Hello, I'm Jackie Moon. Welcome to the Dark Side of the Moon podcast. We have some special guests here today. One is a dead president.
I'm not a crook.
Yes, that's Richard Nixon. And why are you here and how did you get brought back?
Well, that's because Alex Jones here. I brought him back from the dead. So that way you could have this talk, because this was the only way you said that you'd be able to bring me back on the podcast. If I was able to bring somebody back to life to interview, and it had to be a president. And I couldn't get Washington, but I was able to get Nixon, the best president ever.
I just have to ask two questions.
Yes.
One, your way of bringing him back, was that legal?
I can neither confirm or deny these allegations.
Two, you do remember that you were not allowed in the premises, right?
I'm in my cage.
All right. We're going to just get away from the topic before it gets too off topic and weird. And we're going to go to our second guest, Roger Stone himself.
Hello there.
Yes, he's quite a character. A little weird. He kind of creeps me out, I'm not going to lie.
I'm with you, and he has a tattoo of my face on him.
We'll address that later. We'll
address
that later, all right?
Yeah, people keep
Why don't we
giving me
just-
terrible. I just want to defend myself.
Roger Stone, I'm going to have the guards take you back away.
Okay, I'm good.
Now, why don't we just compare you two, okay? Nixon, you say you're not a crook, but the courts deny that, and they reject that actually, and the people do too, that you in fact are a crook. Does the Watergate scandal have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, at this point I'm already dead, so I might as well admit to it. Yeah, I was kind of involved in that.
So, the whole plumbers thing, does that have anything?
Okay.
Ring a bell, maybe?
Maybe the plumbers were not actually plumbers. The plumbers may have actually been government agents, well, not sent there to spy on the
Democrat
Democrats.
headquarters.
The Democrats deserved it, every last bit of it. They weren't.
What were they doing
anyways.
there?
Alex, please, I'm talking. What was your
Just
question?
try to ignore him every time.
Yeah. No.
Okay, no. Okay. Thank you, Nixon.
You're welcome. I'm sorry.
Alex Jones, a dead guy has more
Class.
form. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So, the plumbers, the whole breaking into the Democratic headquarters and wiretapping, that's not the only people they did that to. So, do you have anything to comment on that?
No, not really, in complete honesty.
Do you think you should have been impeached or?
Should I have been impeached? Being that I was the president, I would say no. I was just paranoid. But if I were a U.S. citizen, yeah, I would probably say it's probably fair that I would be impeached. I mean, but the Democrats were spying on me a bunch. I was personally felt like I had eyes on me constantly. Like they were listening to my conversations.
I have to say, there's
tapping.
no proof of that. In fact, the only wiretapping that went on is by you.
But I felt like there was.
I'm not to say that. I don't think feelings matter in this case. I think I'm always stay on this. Hard facts is all that matter. And I'm not to say everything
Why
you're
do
saying.
Democrats care about facts?
I'm a completely independent person. All right, and I have a
Independent
wide.
as Bernie Sanders.
I have
That's
a
right,
wide.
Jackie. You put me in this cage.
Alex
Yeah,
Jones,
for
that is
once I
because you
agree with-
attacked another member on this show. Why don't we get off this topic? Why don't we address the other person in the room? Okay.
Can I please talk about the tattoo?
No, we're not going to talk about the tattoo.
Okay.
We're going to talk instead about your personal thoughts on the Watergate scandal and the whole, breaking in. Do you think it's right for people to wiretap other?
Absolutely.
If they're Democrats.
Well, Alex Jones, like I've said numerous times, you are not a part of this conversation.
But please, Jackie.
No.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
No. So, Roger Stone, you seem to have a scandal around you yourself. In fact, you were just recently arrested by
It's fake
armed
news.
agents.
Yes.
Fake news.
Supposedly they made up these things called witness tampering, obstruction, false statements. I'm not aware of making any of these claims that they put. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm really very sorry. I would think he brought me back to life, but he keeps on talking, and I'm trying to get him to be quiet. It's not my fault.
Alex Jones, do you mind us leaving the room for the next year?
I'll consider it.
Anyway, they made up these claims that I had making false statements, obstruction, witness tampering.
So they're
I'm
all
not
just made
aware.
up.
Huh?
They're all made up.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
That's why they arrested you. At, what was it, 3 o'clock in the morning with...
Oh, that was just for TMZ. That was just for show.
Okay. Well, I guess I just want to address it now. It's kind of been bothering me for a while.
Okay, and it's been bothering me too.
And we definitely want to hear Richard Nixon's thoughts on this. Why do you have a tattoo of him on your
Okay.
back?
Yeah, that's just creepy, dude.
Okay. We call the Nixon supporters Nixonites.
That's weird.
And I am a Nixonite at heart.
That is just
And
creepy.
you know what? The girls
You are-
absolutely adore this tattoo.
If the girls adore you because
The
you have a
girls
tattoo of someone
love
else,
this
it's
tattoo.
kind of
They
sad.
go wild.
Mr. Roger Stone, I have to say, one, yes, obviously it's a handsome tattoo. I mean, it is me. But at the same time, you are just a flaming liar. Maybe not about the whole, like, whatever's going on nowadays, but saying that there's fans of Nixon, look, let's be honest. There are no fans of me. You are a liar. You are literally the only one. You have a fan club with 10 subscribers, and all of them are catfish accounts made by you.
Well, we can agree to disagree.
Roger Stone, how do you feel that your own idol is dissing you right now?
You know, it's kind of it's hard to kind
It
of.
actually catches me surprise, because
you know,
you yourself.
I wasn't expecting this type of backlash.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
be
would think
honest.
that you would be jumping on this, but it seems like maybe death has changed some things in you.
Well, no, like I said, I've been watching a lot of Ben Shapiro. I guess I'm not really in hell. I am in hell, but Down with the Devil, me and him struck a deal where I could watch Ben Shapiro here and then, and he says facts don't care about feelings, and facts don't care about your feelings, Mr. Stone.
Very interesting. I don't know why you would need that.
Ben Shapiro's evil. Shut up, please, Alex. Can we just get rid of him? Can we,
You know what? Why
I
don't we go
praise-
on to the whole court issue of United States versus Nixon? Nixon, it takes a pretty powerful or giant screw up of a man to the entire United States have a court case against you.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, it was a screw up, possibly. But I mean, I don't know what else you want to see. It was an accident.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. Yeah.
Creating audio tapes of all your conversations was an accident. I don't really understand. I just can't. I'm sorry. I think you have to explain that one to me.
Well, you see, as I said, I was scared the Democrats were plotting to like kill me or assassinate me because they were. Alex, please. Oh, okay. I'm trying to. Can we just get him out?
I've wanted to for the longest time. I don't know how he keeps.
Can we
getting in.
use some of his
I
guards?
don't know
Can
what
we
happened. I don't know
euthanize
what
him?
happened to my guards. I think you may have ate them.
Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, I was paranoid. I wanted to make sure I had proof for when the Democrats tried to kill me that they did in fact try to kill me. Sure, and by hindsight, probably shouldn't have recorded the conversations about.
That showed how you're guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
That was
ironic.
probably that. I think that's where I messed
I
up.
do find it kind of funny how those tape recordings to protect you end up ruining you. But you know, that kind of how your life can be. Robert Stone, since you're kind of a weird guy, what do you
I would agree.
do you record tape recordings of all your conversations?
Since I am a Nixonite, I
Please
praise.
stop using that terminology.
I praise everything that he has done, but this is something that I would not, consider
Wow.
doing.
Your own Nixonite doesn't believe in this. I will never use that term again. I am sorry.
Yeah. Look, man, you're gonna have
So,
to join me.
United States versus Nixon. This is a landmark United States Supreme Court case. And it resulted into a unanimous, and I repeat, unanimous decision against you. Anything to say? Were they biased or were they actually right?
Yeah, they were right. Look, again, if I was still alive, I'd probably fight this a little bit, but
You're dead.
I'm gonna be back in the grave in like as soon as this podcast is done. So I'm just gonna say now, yes, they were 100% right. There was some bias beforehand, I will say that. But yeah, no, I deserved it.
Because your argument before this was basically that the courts lacked the power to compel production of the tapes, and that you had executive privilege against that, and they could not basically confiscate the audio tapes. Do you still stand by that, or are you saying that's false and they do have the privilege?
Nah, maybe. Yeah, they probably did. Yeah, okay.
Well, you agree with the court decision then that the Supreme Court, which will again repeat multiple times, unanimously agreed that you had no executive privilege to keep those tapes. Sounds like kind of taking losses.
When you put it that way, I could see how you would think that I was in the wrong, and that I probably should have given it to
Can I
them.
say something?
Yeah, sure.
It's
Roger.
kind of a shame that, I idolized someone who ended up lying to, people who supported him.
Oh, Roger,
As the
stop it.
Nixonites. It's a shame that had to happen.
Well, Roger, you currently have just been arrested for multiple felonies. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, involving lying too.
I'm just trying to,
I don't really think
those
you
are
have
just
much room to
headlines
talk.
that.
Are you going to get a tattoo of Trump?
Potentially, but I'm not gonna reveal any, you know,
He's gonna do that while he's in prison.
I'm not gonna give an answer on that. No.
Do you
So
think
thank
Trump has committed any crimes?
No, absolutely not, no.
Nixon, now that you're wise and dead, it certainly has gifted you. Do you feel there's any connections between your scandal and the person right now, the Mueller scandal or report that's going to be drafted? Do you think Trump is guilty?
I'm gonna lean with no.
I can see Alex Jones is trying to get in the room right now. Something about Russians.
No, Alex, no! No! Use the tranquilizer on him!
No, please let me in. No.
Okay, good. He's asleep. Okay. That problem's taken care of for the rest of the podcast. That was supposed to be used on me, but I guess I'll maybe come back on your podcast maybe.
You know,
I seem to be the most rational person that you've
yeah,
ever
actually, that's
had
the
on
sad
here.
part. I think you and that one junior Kamal. Who was that guy? Does anyone know?
Oh, the dude, I was listening to that.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know. He was
The-
so
the-
boring.
the-
I don't.
The Harvard junior college lawyer dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was really boring, but he was actually rational. No, I think this is the
I would
first
say
time.
that, me
You-
and
we
him
are
have
not
something in
right.
common.
You are not
That's rationalism at
I-
its finest.
Would you? Oh God, Jackie, how do you do this?
This is a Nixonite. This is a fan of yours.
Yeah,
I'm embarrassed.
you were embarrassed?
How do you feel about the legacy you've left? Where Roger Stone is your legacy?
Oh God, I'm embarrassed to say the least. If I had a chance to do it over again, I would have done everything the same except keep the tapes, because that way everybody would be thinking about me as a pretty good guy.
Well, we're gonna finish this up real fast. Let's just say that let's go through a few points of the case. Chief Justice Burgers
Burgers are tasty.
asserted the claim of privilege, that was a claim you and your lawyers made, did not rest on the ground that the tapes contained military or diplomatic secrets, because essentially you were trying to say that the tapes were a threat to national security if they were released. Was that more just trying to protect yourself?
Yeah, to be would you want to go to jail?
Luckily, I don't do crimes like this.
Well, if you're president, you might. It happens, dude. You get caught up in the moment.
So the aftermath of this was 12 days after they ruled you had to give them up, you finally did. And 15 days after that, you resigned.
Yeah.
So technically, at least you weren't impeached. Does that feel
Yeah,
good?
so I got that. I was able to avoid, being the only president to get impeached. All in all, I think I did the right moves there at the end. Yeah.
And lastly, we'd like to say a kind of a weird phenomenon with this case is that while the outcome of the case was unfavorable to you, and it led to basically your impeachment, it actually expanded the power of presidency.
I was not impeached.
Okay, but pretty much. It actually expanded the power of presidency because this was the first time
No.
the court.
Time out. I want to make sure everybody knows I was not impeached. I'm more like that
You
kid.
would have been impeached.
Yes,
You would have been
no.
impeached.
I am like the kid who
He just talked bad about you all this entire tape. Why are you protecting him?
I am a Nixonite, and I will forever be a Nixonite.
Yeah, for once I'll let him support me here. I was not impeached, all right? I'm like the kid
Fine,
who
you resigned.
No. I'm like the kid in school who misbehaved and they asked to leave. That was more the position that I
Because
was.
you would have been forced to leave.
I was asked to leave.
All right. But basically, this Supreme Court, you actually gave more power to the presidents because it fully acknowledged that you do have some sort of executive privilege. So I guess you have one good, what do you say, good lasting impact?
I would say, to be honest, for my entire presidency, I would say I had more good than I had bad. But this one really small mistake kind of overshadowed the other stuff.
What do you agree?
I still think that you're a great man. I idolize you for,
Has he scooted
your
closer to you?
persistence.
Yeah, can you back up? Please stop touching me. You do realize my body is decomposing.
So you're still.
Please stop licking me. That's.
You know what? We're going to end this right here, right now. I hate to say it, but Roger Stone's the weirder and creepier one in the room.
I think he beat out Alex.
You literally beat out Alex Jones.
Alex Jones ate my pinky toe.
And he ate my guards.
Yeah.
But you have a tattoo of Richard Nixon.
Yes, he's my role model.
As you can see, our ads are going to kick in, so we will shut this off. Anyone have last words for anyone?
Nixon.
I am not a crook anymore.
You
I hope
just
my grade
their
is
our entire podcast. You've been saying that yes, you were, but you know what?
But I don't want. I want to go out. I want to go out on a good note, though.
I just hope
Someone
that
wake up Alex
my
Jones.
grave is next to yours.
Someone wake up Alex Jones
No.
and call the State Department to get Roger Stone back in custody.
Where do I go?
I don't know. Just I don't know. Just do something.
Gotcha.